My name is Mark Talbot. I'm the chair this year of APEC's Steering Committee on Economic and Technical Cooperation. I'm really excited about APEC Leaders Week, which is coming up beginning the 16th of November. There are a couple of things that I'm really looking forward to being able to report to ministers that we've achieved this year. First, despite the challenges that COVID-19 has presented to APEC in terms of our ability to meet and in terms of the business that we do, we have managed to carry on and get done the work that we committed to do in 2020. And I really want to highlight that we are going to recommend to our ministers an implementation plan to take forward the Serena Roadmap on women and inclusive growth. This is important work because it enables APEC to continue to ensure that women and girls maximise their potential in our economies. The second thing that the Steering Committee on Economic and Technical Cooperation has done is really pivot and focus on the things that matter most to all of our economies as we seek to respond to COVID-19. And to that end, food security ministers and ministers responsible for small and medium enterprises met very recently, and they discussed some of their shared challenges in supporting those sectors to ensure that all our people have the food that they need, to ensure that small and medium enterprises in particular that are really challenged by the economic circumstances that we face are able to survive and endure and flourish coming out of the other side of this economic crisis. APEC's Steering Committee on Economic and Technical Cooperation has its work cut out for it in the year ahead, but also in the 20 years to come as we take forward APEC's Post-2020 vision. I'm going to mention three particular areas. First, in terms of responding to the COVID-19 economic crisis, there's a lot of work that we can do between ourselves on enhancing the resilience of particular economic sectors. Tourism is a great example here. All of our tourism sectors have been affected by COVID, and I'm glad to see that work is already going on to compare best practice to respond in that sector. The second area that's really going to matter going forward is inclusive growth. APEC's done a great job to date on women's economic empowerment, on small and medium enterprises, but there are other population groups that are sometimes marginalised in our societies. I'm thinking of Indigenous peoples and youth, and we can do more work to support them in playing a full part in our economies. The third area that's really going to matter in the next 20 years is ensuring that our economic growth is sustainable and within environmental limits. And there we're doing some great work on supporting oceans and fisheries, but we also have other opportunities to ensure that our economic production cycles are as sustainable as possible.